Music to our ears this morning. We have some showers and thunderstorms across portions of West Texas. We'll keep it through the majority of our day. We're a bit more widespread to start off our morning, turning a bit more scattered as we head in towards your afternoon and evening. And some of these showers and storms, we could even see some heavy rainfall at times that can lead to some isolated flooding. So you want to make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra time and just grab the jacket and umbrella out the door. You'll certainly need it as we go throughout much of the day, especially with some of these other storms as well. We could be able to see some gusty winds in them up to near 30 miles per hour and some frequent lightning at times. So which right now, thankfully, the lightning has been a little bit more to the tamer side. A lot of it has just been relatively some good showers across the region. Start to see some redevelopment here across and towards the Permian Basin into Midland and Ector County this morning. But I'm been keeping an eye on this one band in particular that is beginning to try to form along and towards the I-10 corridor. We've been seeing a bit more in the way of some heavier pockets of rain, but at least here across and towards the Permian Basin, we haven't really necessarily seen a lot of heavier rain. We've seen upwards of near 1/10 of an inch. That's over at Midland International, 2/100 of an inch over in towards Odessa. But San Angelo, we've picked up a little over a half an inch from the last 12 hours, near close to 1.5 inches over in towards Junction. But we've seen some isolated totals just southeast of El Dorado, up to near 4 inches of rain this morning, but a general band between 1 and near 2 inches of rain. So there could be some isolated flooding out there. So just make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra time, especially going along Highway 190 this morning. I mean, we can see even with this band of storms, it is just more of those kind of pickpocket isolated showers and even a bit more in the way of a slight rumble of thunder, but some yellows embedded in there indicating some heavier rainfall. And we can see it just keeps on redeveloping along the I-10 corridor this morning. But we've seen some good rainfall make its way over into Brady and Ballinger, a bit more in the way of those repeated rounds. We've seen a couple showers over into the Key City, but we are currently dry at the moment. And we're starting to see some small redevelopment across into near the Midland and Odessa region. But again, it is very isolated. You may be going down I-20. You might be able to see a little quick shower and it will begin to fizzle out as you go 5 more minutes down the road. So it will be relatively that kind of day. So we'll keep some rather numerous to widespread activity as we head in throughout the remainder of your morning and towards your early afternoon, turning more isolated and scattered as we head in towards your late afternoon and evening. So this is around 8 a.m. We'll still keep some showers and storms, especially across into our eastern counties as we head in towards around your afternoon, turning a bit more isolated to kind of scattered as we head in towards your evening hours, even a bit more in the way of activity for higher terrain, especially as we head in towards the evening hours. But the majority of us will work with rather just little isolated sprinkles and relatively drier conditions as we head in closer to the midnight hour, with some fog possible as we head in towards tomorrow morning, as we'll still hang on to a little bit of that moisture and even some redevelopment of some showers and thunderstorms, mostly along and towards the heartland in the eastern big country, College Valley towards higher terrain even tomorrow afternoon and evening. But the bulk of the rain, at least for Tuesday, will stay along I-35. So if you're traveling in that direction, definitely something to keep in mind. Most of us will remain dry heading in towards Wednesday, but we'll be able to see at least some maybe small redevelopments of some showers and thunderstorms. In fact, that could possibly even be on the stronger side on Wednesday. So something I'm definitely keeping tabs on, but at least within the next 3 days, we could pick up an additional 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch along and towards the heartland, upwards of a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, higher terrain up and towards the Permian Basin, upwards of 1/10 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch. So some quick little beneficial rainfall. We can even see that bit of that haze already out from our Claydastic camera, and we've had a little bit of some showers pass by within the last 10 minutes or so. We're going to work with a rather cloudy sky today and even cooler temperatures. We're quite cool this morning into Midland, around 52 degrees. 51 over into Abilene. We're going to work with cloudy skies throughout the day and some cooler temperatures and even some breezy winds gusting up to near 25, maybe even 30 miles per hour, especially if you catch yourself under a shower or storm. We'll reach around 60 into winter, 62, Midland, Odessa. For our western counties, we'll rather stay dry. We'll stay relatively into the 70s today. We'll see more in the way of 60s to 70s area-wide as we head in towards Tuesday. We'll keep a rather cloudy sky here in towards the big country, College Valley, but still a rather breezy wind, but we'll see more sunshine, especially as we head in towards Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see more sunshine even starting tomorrow for here into the Permian Basin with the high temperature around 78 degrees, even with 90s and breezy conditions as we head in towards the middle of the week. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll have more updates coming up.